Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Screwjob Podcast. I'm Mike, and before we get to this episode, I had to say some things. So before we start this episode of the podcast, before we start it, I'd like to take a moment to tell you that the pay-per-view match we'll be watching has a lot of blood in it, and it can be hard for some people to watch. For reference, the match we'll be watching was the main event of the only WWE pay-per-view to ever get a mature rating, and that was because of the main event match that we will be reviewing today. If you are squeamish, you don't have to watch this episode. It's gonna be using a lot of descriptors, I'm sure. Do not watch the match if you are, and definitely do not watch episode 5 of the Screwjob Podcast. But if you are brave and curious, you can watch it right now in the top right-hand corner of your screen. Now that that's all over with, let's get into this episode of the Screwjob Podcast. So, this episode we're going to be talking about the Muta Scale. So before we break the Muta Scale, we need to know what is the Muta Scale. So, well, what is the Muta Scale? Well, the Muta Scale is an interesting thing in itself. The Muta Scale is a scale that measures blood loss during a match. So, say for example, someone gets a small cut, that's probably only going to be a 0.1 on the Muta Scale. If Shawn Michaels is in the ring, or Ric Flair, that's probably going to be a 0.8. The Muta Scale is measured on a scale of 0 to 1, so like 0.1, and then etc. So the Muta Scale was born during a 1992 New Japan Pro Wrestling match between Hiroshi Hase and the Muta Scale's namesake, the Great Muta. The scale was born when Muta got bladed, and his red face paint was then removed, and it was then replaced by his own blood, giving him a crimson mask. You can find it on YouTube, but that is not what we are here to review. So you may be asking yourself right now, where was the Muta Scale broken? Well, it was broken at Judgment Day 2004. So this was a SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view during the first brand split. Notable moments include the in-ring debut of Mordecai against Scotty 2 Hotty. He's not to be confused with Johnny Depp's Mordecai. That's just a terrible movie. Mordecai was a religious zealot gimmick, and he only appeared one or two more times before his portrayer, Kevin Fertig, was sent back to WWE's developmental brand, Ohio Valley Wrestling. Let's see, where are we? The Undertaker versus Booker T was also a pretty good match, but these are not the matches we're here to talk about, and they are not the main focus of the Screwjob Podcast, or of this episode of the podcast. The protagonist of this episode is Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero, what can you say about him that hasn't been said a million times? He was one of the most gifted wrestlers of all time. He dazzled crowds, and he was beloved by many of the people. Of course, we can't talk about Eddie without mentioning that he passed away at the age of 38 because of acute heart failure. It's very early in the morning, and that's why I'm slurring my speeches. Because of acute heart failure. But again, that's not really what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about some of his in-ring work, and I do plan on devoting an entire episode of the podcast to A. Guerrero in the near future. He was just such an amazing talent and an amazing character that got over with the crowd, and I don't know, he was universally loved. Eddie's opponent at Judgment Day was the new mega-rich heel John Bradshaw Layfield. JBL had been working for WWE since the late 90s. He originally debuted as Justin Hawk Bradshaw. Then he became a member of the New Blackjacks before getting over as one half of the Acolytes Protection Agency, better known as the APA. They kicked a lot of butt during the Attitude Era, and they hung out with Trish Stratus at one point. After his partner Farouk, longtime veteran of the show, you can check out our 1997 episodes of the podcast up in the top right-hand corner right now. It's an entire playlist of the first bunch of episodes. It's a pretty good time capsule, to be honest with you. But Farouk disappeared from TV, and JBL was born. He sported a sweet cowboy hat, a business suit, and came to a ring in a limo. It was pretty cool, to be legit with you. He also brought with him a new attitude for his character. He was a Texas stock investor who hated immigrants. In his first promo, he went to the Mexican border where he hunted for incoming illegal immigrants and beat them up to win a quote-unquote Great American Award. This granted him #1 contendership for Eddie Guerrero's WWE Championship. Yeah, it seems legit. And again, this all happened on during his first promo as JBL, so we're starting off great. He also caused Eddie Guerrero's mother to have a heart attack and called Eddie unworthy to hold the WWE title. Eddie took offense, and then they set a match for Judgment Day where Eddie Guerrero bladed and accidentally punctured his artery after he was hit in the head with a steel chair. The botch job led to the end of blading in WWE, and now the only reason you will ever see blood in a WWE match is if the wrestler bleeds hard, meaning like they cut themselves in the ring or accidentally hurt themselves. Brock Lesnar did it in his WrestleMania 31 match against Roman Reigns before Seth Rollins cashes Money in the Bank. He rammed his head into the steel post and ended up bleeding hard. Or, speaking of Brock Lesnar, management tells you that he is going to mess you up and make you bleed in the middle of the ring, i.e. SummerSlam 2016, where he came in, put his elbow to Randy Orton's head, and made him bleed thick blood in the middle of the ring. So I guess that's really all we need to talk about before getting into this match. This would be a prolonged feud with him and with JBL and Eddie, and I'm just excited to get ready to start this. I haven't seen this match in a long time. I'm worried that I might actually get sick. I usually deal pretty well with gore. I love horror movies, so hopefully it won't be that bad. I think we should just get ready and go for it. So on the network, you will be starting... we'll be getting ready for this match starting at the 2-hour, 2-minute, and 27-second mark on Judgment Day 2004. It's got a picture of The Undertaker, I believe, as the thumbnail for that. So without further ado, I guess we should get it started. Alright, so let's start your pay-per-view in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start your pay-per-view. Starting with a nice visual of Eddie. And here comes JBL and his sweet theme. Dun, 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 dun. No limo tonight. #1 contender. A lot of people were confused and a little angry that JBL got such a massive push. But it's wrestling, so you never know. You never really know what's going to happen. Also, this was the first time I really used a script. Tell me if you liked it. Maybe it would be better if I wasn't tired and I wasn't slurring my speech. Let me know if I should try doing more in the future. A nice JBL sucks sign. See your last... I can't read that. I could not read that sign at all. It's all scrunched up. JBL's got a mic. Jesus. you people. Get my Gatorade on. Oh my god. See, I wasn't kidding when he said he hated immigrants. Ooh, an a-hole chant. Oh, a just a big loser sign. This is uncomfortable. And oddly appropriate. Oh, he's gonna take he's gonna take Eddie's mother as a maid? Come on. This is uncomfortable. I'll be honest, I don't know what's gonna make me cringe more, that speech. Kiss my Latin A. I don't know what's gonna be more cringy for me though. That speech or when Eddie bleeds. Big Eddie chant. Yeah, also, Eddie Guerrero came to the ring in a lowrider. So, a lot of vehicles. Speaking of the lowrider, here's one of them. Latino Heat, Eddie Guerrero. Other than a video dedicated to Eddie Guerrero, I will also have to do a video dedicated to the exploitation of Eddie Guerrero's death. Look for that in the future. That's gonna be a fun topic. Hey, but at least we'll get to watch a Royal Rumble match. He lies, he cheats, he steals. He is Latino Heat. Also, personal thing. I love JBL's finisher of the clothesline from hell. It just looks so brutal when he did it. Especially when someone small did like a flip when he hit him with him. When he hit him with it. It was great. Eddie just perched on the top rope. Doesn't want JBL anywhere near him. I don't blame him. Also, we have the classic SmackDown commentary team of Taz and Michael Cole. Lots of chanting for Eddie. Bella's wrong, the match is on. Eddie all over him to start. I don't remember how long this match is, and oh my, Bradshaw already onto the, already thrown into the barricade. Let's see if I can find a timestamp for myself. I know how the match ends, but I also like to know when I'm going to be able to go to sleep. Eddie Guerrero still chasing after JBL. Also, the height differential is pretty impressive. He wasn't the biggest man, but he left a giant mark on the business. Oh, Bradshaw was bounced off the Spanish announce table. He might not be happy about that. Eddie breaks the count to continue the assault. Dude in the front, put your sign down. You've been holding it up for a while. Let the people see. Choking him with a cord. Also, for sign makers out there, don't use a dark orange sign with black text. You won't be able to read it. That's directed to you, man, in the middle of the screen. Unless you're making a Taz sign, of course. And Bradshaw knocked out of the ring again. Oh, JBL's leaving. Or maybe it's just a ruse. Nope. Eddie Guerrero knocking him down. He's getting his butt handed to him this match. There's some great signs here, and I wish I could read them all, but this match is moving too fast for me to be able to stop and read. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm yawning. He's Latino Heat. This is, I believe, the third or fourth video I recorded this week for the month of July. Eddie just stomping on his face, doing some rotations. JBL to the outside again. Breaking the count at 1 because the referee's freaking out about it. Oh. Irish whip reversal. Eddie Guerrero thrown into the steel. To the steel steps. Looks like JBL's breaking the count. Yep. JBL beating on Eddie next to the barrier. Now Eddie Guerrero slammed to the Spanish announce table. Oh God, is it gonna happen this early? JBL breaking the count once again. So I know when the blade job happens. I'm just wondering, like, I forgot how far in it is to the match. Ooh. JBL getting booed very loudly. whips into the corner. Eddie, he's down. Sorry, I got a little distracted. Oh, sorry, I'm yawning. I'm a little tired. I apologize for that. It has been a long couple of days. Eddie chanting for Eddie. They love him. Eddie pulling on the hair. Looks like Eddie's fighting out of it. I just gotta suck down this Gatorade. Stop the yawning. I'm glad Brian is letting us know he's here, though. Ooh, Eddie knocked down. Big shoulder charge. Side headlock takedown. There's also a sign that some kid keeps holding up that it just looks like it's 5 asterisks, or maybe it's supposed to be 5 stars. I don't know. 5-star frog slash is more Rob Van Dam, but there was the normal frog splash that Eddie used. So who knows what's going on? JBL wearing him down. Oh yeah, and, No Way Out. Eddie Guerrero beat Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship. This was Brock Lesnar when he was scary and cool in his first run. Then Goldberg came out, speared Lesnar. Eddie Guerrero hit him with a frog splash, and then won the championship. Then he defended the title against Kurt Angle at big arm drags. Defended the title against Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 20, which also featured the very crappy follow-away slam right onto the floor. It also featured, WrestleMania 20 also featured the very terrible Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar match that I talked about in the Goldberg episode. So check that out in the top right-hand corner right now. And now I'm actually leaving notes for myself, so I know when I say something stupid. Or when I say a tag, so cool. Big chop from Guerrero. More chaps. Oh, big back body drop. Spanish announce table didn't break. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to stay awake, my man. My dudes. My peoples. Jesus Christ, help me. And you get a replay of that big back body drop. Surprised he didn't hit his head on the what's it called? Monitor. Eddie chance again. If you had any comparison of how much people loved Eddie, if you have any doubt, Lakers #1 sign. This is 04, so they're about to not be #1 anymore. So, nice sign, bro. JBL still beating on Eddie, using his big frame. Ooh, Eddie's got him rocked. Back and forth, fighting each other. Big punches, back and forth. Who's gonna land the crucial blow? Oh, knee to the midsection by JBL. Rolling body drop. Looked a little awkward, but what can you do? Going for a cover, only a 2 count. Taz is saying that he tried to flip out of the backdrop. I don't know how that works, but, cool. What do I gotta do, man? What do I gotta do? Oh, big blow, big ol' the back, ugh. Bear hug. We saw the bear hug in all of its glory during episode 50, which was Hogan versus Andre. You can check that out in the top right-hand corner. I'm also putting all my tags, all my things too close together. But, yeah, check out episode 50 in the top right-hand corner, right about now. Let's go with right now. That's when it's going to show up. Or at some point in that time period. Cool. Still in the bear hug. Oh, clapped. Clapped his head. Head clap. Deadly move, the head clap. It's right up there with the heart punch. Bradshaw getting tossed into the corners. Back and forth multiple times. Big punch. JBL is down. Latino Heat is getting fired up. Irish whip reversal. Oh, what a beautiful drop kick. Looks like he's going for 3 amigos. Three amigos, 3 vertical suplexes. They're beautiful, beautiful move. 2. He is a very big dude. Can he get him up? Nope, JBL gets out of it. Oh, he's going for the clothesline. Misses it. Oh, now he's going for his JBL powerbomb. Eddie Guerrero fighting out of it. This is a good match. More right hands. Oh, he knocked down the referee on accident. Well, that's what happens when you're in the way, idiot. He's out cold. You got knocked the F out. Bradshaw to the outside. He's dead, bro. He's dead. Eddie checking on the ref. Checking his pulse. I don't think I ever had a seriously bloody match with Matt. I mean, I guess WrestleMania, but, still. That wasn't even that bad, all things considered. Oh, JBL getting his head slammed into the ring apron. Over the announce table. Eddie checking on the ref still. JBL appears to have a chair. Oh! God, I hate that. That unprotected chair shot. And yup, there it is. Oh my God. Oh, it's pumping out of his head. It's pumping out of his head. Oh my God, please. This is the point where if you're listening along, you might want to stop, because... Oh my God, I forgot. I forgot how bad that was. My chest is hurting. I'm sorry. Oh, please stop showing me the chair shot. Please stop. Here's another angle of it. God, it's pumping out of his head. It's like a sprinkler. Now he's opening the cut up more. Oh my god, you can see his hat. It's coated. The cowboy hat is covered in blood and it's just pulled out. Oh my god, just watch the blood trail. God, he hasn't even gone that far and you can see where all the blood is. Oh my. Holy crap. I forgot how bad that was. Steel steps A. Holy, look at how, oh my god, he's covered. Bradshaw, premature celebration. As Eddie's just standing in the, lying in the lead. Oh, you can see it dripping off him, even from these far hard cam shots. Holy crap. And his hand is soaked too. JBL getting ready for a clothesline from hell. A mess is a little bit of a, oh my god. Just look at that. It's just anywhere he's standing, there is blood dripping. Clothesline from hell. Brian Hebner still down. Wake up, bro. You gotta go to work. Bradshaw hitting the ref to wake him up. Charles Robinson. Little H. Only a 2 count. Oh, just where his head was. It's just coated in blood. Also, here comes a iconic image of Eddie Guerrero. His face covered in blood. Yeah, look at the ring. It's terrible. It's terrifying. Thick blood just pouring out of his head. Puddling. It's disgusting. Oh, misses the clothesline from hell. Charles Robinson knocked out of the ring. Oh, kick to the head. Boot to the head. Going for a power bomb. Power bomb. 1, 2. Eddie kicks out. I wish he didn't for his own sake. I'm just waiting for that iconic image of Eddie. Ugh. It's hard to watch. It's hard to look at. Trying for another cover. Sometimes works in the video games, not in real life. Into a sleeper hold. Oh, please stop. Thick blood is just pouring down JBL's arm now. His face is completely red. And if you're watching on the network or online, watch this match, just look at the ring. Oh. His face is coated in blood. It's still dripping out of his head. Bradshaw hits him down. He's strutting. What is wrong with Eddie? I don't think he has realized how much blood he has lost yet. Knocks down JBL. Eddie Guerrero caught. Looks like we're going to get a fall-away slam. Nope, DDT. DDT counter. Beautiful counter. Oh, well, Jinx Taz, thanks. Well, he defeated Lesnar because of Goldberg, with help from Goldberg, but still. Also, that's probably going to be the match that I will review when I talk about Eddie Guerrero in full. Mostly because I love that match. I don't know how he is standing, to be honest with you. Looks like he's going for the frog splash. Yeah, his equilibrium's a little messed up. Misses the frog splash. Man, I wish it was it. It looks like a Jackson Pollock painting. That's what the ring looks like, for those who are imagining it. Those who haven't seen it or don't want to see it, just imagine a Jackson Pollock painting. And that's what the ring looks like right now. JBL grabbing the championship and a chair. Oh, hiding the title behind his back so he can hit it with him. JBL going for a title shot. Oh, kick to the nards. Wolfman's got nards? Oh, and Eddie hits JBL with the title. That's the end of the match. Eddie Guerrero retains via disqualification. But you wish this pay-per-view was... Oh my god. That's one of those iconic images you never forget when you see it. Eddie's still beating down on... Still beating down on him. And we got 5 more minutes in this pay-per-view, so we're going to see where this goes. Because why not? Continue the suffering. Ugh, please. Bill's still reigning. The match is over, but it doesn't matter. Eddie's just still going on it. Just going at him. So JBL does win via disqualification. So that would lead to another bloody match in the future. Eddie Guerrero attacking referees. Hits him with the title again. Gotta send the fans unhappy. Let's see. That would eventually, what was I talking about? I was talking about JBL as Eddie still beats on him. Having fun. I'm gonna find the article or whatever while Eddie Guerrero still beats up on JBL. Why not? I have some time. Eddie's grabbing a chair. God, the hat, though. Please put the chair... Oh, unprotected chair shot to JBL. So, for background information of this, everything past this. JBL would get a rematch for the championship at the Great American Bash in a Texas Bull Rope match. He would win. He would win the match and the title and hold it for 280 days. And he won a steel cage rematch. Eddie was in line for another championship when he passed away. Oh, another iconic image of both of them. Another great image. Oh, chair shot. But that would be Eddie Guerrero would die prior to his title match, throwing everything into panic. Looks like Guerrero's going for his signature frog splash. Holy crap. I honestly don't know where he had the strength to do that. Because I'll tell you once we exit this pay-per-view what happened to him backstage. But yeah, Eddie would never retain his title or never get his championship back. And JBL would go on to be one of the longest reigning champions in SmackDown history. Yeah, JBL getting led away. It's kind of sad in a way. It's also brutal and beautiful. Eddie's still attacking Bradshaw. So much anger in this feud. Pure, unadulterated hatred. Much like my hatred for the very, very bad Grandmasters of Wrestling DVDs, a playlist for which you can find in the top right-hand corner right now. Boom, right there. More Eddie chants as he celebrates, and there's his music. He lies, he cheats, he steals. Looks like we're going to get a minute of celebration or a wrap-up of the pay-per-view. Doesn't really matter. God, he's stumbling. God, it's hard to watch. Somehow he's still the champion. Somehow he's still standing. Blood still pumping out of his head. And he's collapsed. Wow. Hard image to watch. So, Guerrero got half carried backstage, where he would go into a coma. Not a coma. Was it a coma? I don't remember. It was because of the amount of blood that he lost during that match, he completely passed out. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find the exact thing that happened for y'all. But yeah, after that bloodbath, he completely passed out. He's lucky he didn't die that night right there in that ring. Because he cut an artery. It was a accident, and it was brutal. It was a hard thing to watch. Let's see. Yeah, he had to be taken to a hospital and almost went into a coma. It's sad that we lost such a wrestling figure, but he did do one thing for us. He completely shattered the Muta Scale. So, I'm thinking, should we continue calling it the Muta Scale? Decide in the comments. Should we call it the Muta Scale, or should we call it the Eddie Scale now? Either way, that's what that's all that we have for this episode of the Screwjob Podcast. So if you like this video, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe for more content, hit the notifications to get to see a new video every Friday. If you like more, if you want to see more from me or want to hear from me or whatever, go to our Facebook, Screwjob Podcast on Facebook, Twitter.com, Screwjob Podcast, at Screwjob Podcast on Twitter, Patreon, patreon.com/Screwjob Podcast. Thank you everybody for listening, and have a great day. Yeah, have a great day.